What is up, guys? Wisdom for the Wayward Soul here, and we are back with another episode of Learning Lenormand. This time, we're going to be covering the house card. Excuse the sound of my voice. I am a little bit under the weather. Seasons are changing here, but we're going to do our best. So let's talk a little bit about the aspects of the house card, right? So the house card is a neutral polarity card. So we're looking at a topic. We're looking at an energy that is more affected than doing the affecting, right? The house card is the literal concept of home, right? It covers domestic matters. It covers comfort. It covers security. All those things that you think of when you think of a home. Now, I would be remiss if I did not include the traditional cartomancy association to this card, and that is the King of Hearts. So in traditional cartomancy, it indicates qualities within yourself or situation that suggests an approach rooted in love, patience, and understanding. It's sometimes seen as a card that embodies wisdom, maturity, a mentor figure, or integrity. Now, I think that it semi-lines up with the meaning of the house, specifically when it comes to the wisdom, the mentor, the maturity, because within that house, we're going to have, family members, if we're looking at this very literally, and those family members might fill some of those roles. So I can certainly see how that kind of comes into play energetically. However, just like with most of these cartomancy readings, they're entirely different systems. So I do feel that it doesn't completely encapsulate the meaning of the card, but it's okay, and it's important to just know these things for, a little bit of history, for you history buffs that really enjoy knowing every aspect of a card system that you're looking at. So, King of Hearts, that is what is associated with the house card in traditional cartomancy. Astrologically, I found a couple different things. I found that it was associated with the moon and its subsequent zodiac Cancer. I also saw some suggestions that it might be associated with Venus due to some of the aspects of, love and self-love and this and that. But I do think that it more closely relates to the moon, which is interesting because we have a moon card in Lenormand, and I'll go over that a little later down the line. But Cancer tends to govern the idea of home, family, security, and emotional foundations. And I think that a lot of those resonate with the house card's themes of domestic life, stability, and comfort, right? I think that it matches up really well. I think those energies niche together very finely. So I think that the moon and its zodiac Cancer really does resonate with that card, right? And when we look at the moon, we often think of our internal alignment. And the house, even though it is this physical structure, it is a place of internal alignment in relation to the outside world, right? Our home is kind of where we're allowed to be ourselves if we're lucky enough to have a positive home environment. It's a place where we can sort of get away from the world. So in a lot of ways, it does have that sort of isolating internal climate that the energy of the moon card brings forward. Now, this is the part that I really love getting into, and it is the Lenormand in relation to the tarot. As somebody that has read tarot and has read Lenormand, and I know a lot of you watching may have also read tarot before, I find that it's very important to give kind of that comparison so you sort of understand the idea of the energies that you're working with. So I saw that it was sometimes associated with the Four of Wands as well as the Emperor. And the Four of Wands, I think it does relate in some ways. The Four of Wands is usually a sign of celebration, a homecoming, some type of gathering or some type of stability, right? A happy environment. And I think that it does play on the house's place of belonging and warmth, right? But I think that this is an energy that we would more so see if the house card was alchemized with something, right? If it was read with something. So say you have the house and perhaps the bouquet, or the house and perhaps the heart in a reading together. I think we might get that Four of Wands energy. But being as how the card is a neutral polarity, I want to look more at what that energy looks like, not when it's in action with something else, but when it's stagnant, because I want the pure energy of this card. And for that, I think the Emperor really fits the bill, right? It represents structure, stability, authority, foundations. And these are all qualities that align with some of the general messages of this house card. So I feel like the Emperor kind of fits the bill on that. There's also a sense of reliability there. And a little bit of protection and order, and I think that the house card does bring that forward as well. So I think that, as a Lenormand reader, I do feel that the Emperor more closely lines up to the card than, say, the Four of Wands. I also saw a little bit there with like the Ten of Pentacles and stuff like that, but to be honest, I didn't include it because it didn't even, I think the Four of Wands comes the closest out of all the options that I've seen in my research, outside of the Emperor. But you are certainly more than welcome to research that for yourself, and let me know in the comments if you find another tarot card that you feel might resonate very well with that energy. But with that being said, I hope that you guys have enjoyed this brief breakdown of the house card. I do absolutely offer some more in-depth breakdowns, as well as one-on-one coaching on my website. Definitely check it out, and reach out to me if you're interested in coaching or if you're interested in learning the Lenormand. I love talking shop. I love talking about the way these energies interact, and I would love to talk to you about how you can understand and recognize these patterns as well. With that being said, I hope you have a great morning, evening, or night, wherever you are. And I will see you on the next episode of the podcast, which will be on the tree. So super excited for that. And have a great day. Thanks for sticking with me, and thanks for listening to me wherever you are and whatever you're doing. I will catch you later.